Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Once again, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. I'm your host, Cruznik X. And tonight... Sorry, I was enjoying the music before I started the live stream, and I was dancing along with it, so you gotta bear with me for a moment. Whew. Nothing like Bad Bunny to get you pumped up for a job quest line. Anyways, tonight we are doing one of the two new jobs released with Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. In these next series of episodes, we are going to be taking on Viper. Now, as you can see, I'm not on my main character, Chris Valentine. I am on Senryo Kogane to start this off, and we will continue, of course, with Chris Valentine as we finish this first quest. Now, I've already leveled Viper to 90. I've already leveled Viper to 100. I've got the nice gear, and you'll be able to see that in a little bit. But first, we've got to start this quest line. So without further ado, we're going to come over here to we're here in Ul'dah to start it. We're going to talk to the worried Weaver and complete the quest, enter the Viper. Go on, adventurer, yes? There's a spot of bother over at the Weaver's Guild, and we could use a hand sorting it out. We've received an order for a full ensemble, but now that the work's been completed, the client refuses to pay. Mind you, I had my suspicions from the start. He calls himself a Viper of all things. In my experience, people who name themselves after snakes are not to be trusted. In any case, he carries a pair of swords on his back, and I hate to think what would happen if he started wielding them in anger. Could you head to the guild and smooth things over? And of course you have trouble. Alright. Ethernet. Off to the Weaver's Guild. Where is he? There he is. Good day to you, stranger. I was hoping I might make the acquaintance of someone a bit rougher around the edges. Someone who's seen his fair share of action. Could you tell me what prey's worth hunting in these here parts? Have you any idea what he's talking about? I took no issue with fulfilling his order, but now that it's time for him to pay, it's as though we're talking at cross purposes. Likewise, I don't understand why this fella's being so difficult. All I'm asking for is the outfit I ordered in the name of some critters worth killing. Maybe I ought to explain from the beginning. I'm from Tyrol, a big old continent on the other side of the salt west of here. Been there, I reckon? And you might have seen others who wield the dual blades, or vipers, as we're traditionally known. Our duty is to hunt down ferocious beasts that endanger the lives of innocent folk. In fact, that's what brought me here. Thing is, all that fighting and long days on the road ain't been too kind to my gear. Reckon it was high time I got me a new getup, bespoke and all. Fascinating, I'm sure, but why do you refuse to pay for your order? And why are you so insistent that I choose my prey? How else am I supposed to pay you? Do us a favor and we'll hunt down any beast you want. That's the code. How we Vipers do business. Weavers prefer more conventional forms of compensation. That's so. Saying they want something else instead? Hey, payment commensurate with the skill and materials required. In gil, preferably. Well, didn't see that one coming. Guess that explains our little misunderstanding. But surely your countrymen trade in some sort of currency, yes? Or are you Vipers so far removed from society as to be unaware of such concepts? Of course we know what money is. We ain't no bumpkins. But, when it comes to requisitioning goods and services, I usually rely on the elders to deal with artisans and the like. Which is to say, I ain't in the habit of carrying significant sums. So be it. If your only form of payment is the slaying of beasts, I shall have to do. As it happens, one of my colleagues in Eastern Thanalan reports that merchants carrying our supplies were attacked by a wild fiend. What's more, the creature is of a species of many-headed scalekin, never before seen in this region. It is rumored to have escaped from the Colosseum and has been running rampant ever since. Scaly? Lot of heads? Alright, you got yourself a deal. Deal? Considering the guild has already fulfilled its end of the bargain, you should count yourself lucky. Still, I'd hate for anything to go awry at this juncture. Might I ask a favor of you, friend? I'd like you to accompany him and ensure that he attends to the creature as assigned. Besides, I dare say seeing a so-called Viper at work will be an enlightening experience. The name's Keshqua. Pleasure to meet you. The creature was last seen near Camp Drybone, so I advise you to begin there. Alright, off to Camp Drybone. There's Keshqua. So this is Camp Drybone, huh? Fitting name. Anyway, you ready to hunt? What's that look for? Aw, let me guess. You want to ask around first and see if anyone can point us in the right direction. No need. The Weaver friends told me plenty. All we gotta do is track down the beast, which is the Viper's specialty. Went after traders carrying tailors' materials. Bolts of cloth and whatnot don't sound none too tasty to me. I'm guessing it's the merchants themselves the beast had its eye on. Most predators use their sense of smell to pick out their meals. Scents carry on the wind, so you gotta consider the positions of the rocks and plants to determine how the air tends to flow through an area. Ain't too hard to deduce where a critter's made its lair after you've done all that. Yep, that's a big one. Mean looking too. Must be wreaking havoc on the food chain, never mind the danger it poses to the locals. Well, time to do what a Viper does best. That's that. So, like the show? Don't play coy. I can see you're intrigued. But before I spill all my secrets, I've got a question for you. Ever heard of a Tural Vidral? You have. And you know they're a rare breed of beast that wields all sorts of powers they got no right having. Threat to every other living thing that has the territory to breathe in their vicinity. Oh, a threat to every other living thing that has the temerity to breathe in their vicinity. Because of their long lifespans and unnatural abilities, they were dubbed the Tyrants of Tural. That's more or less what the name means. Anyway, someone's got to hunt the Tural Vidral, and that someone is us, the Vipers. You know, I've met a fair few adventurers during my time here, but I can tell you're a cut above the rest. Might even have what it takes to be a Viper. If you're interested, I can teach you, on one condition. You'll help me hunt down a Tural Vidral that's made its way to Eorzea. What do you say? Sounds good to me. Ha! Hell of a thing to ask out of the blue, I know. Just think on it some, will you? Let's head on back to Ul'dah and tell the Weaver fellow we're square. The journey will give you time to consider my offer. Alright, back in Ul'dah, we'll head back to the Weaver's Guild. There he is. Ooh, nice. I just gave our Weaver friend the good news. Handed over this set of fancy duds as promised. Gotta say it was worth the trouble. So, about my offer. Ready to become a Viper and protect folks from the nastiest beast that ever lived? A mighty fine answer. I'll make a Viper of you, just see if I don't. First order of business, let me give you this here soul crystal. It contains knowledge of our fighting arts, passed down since ancient times from one generation of Vipers to the next. Assuming you've got the knack for it, our skills can be yours too. I've also got a fresh set of Viper gear for you. Weaver's Guild wanted to thank you for overseeing our hunt earlier, so they made you your very own outfit. Guess that fella took your measurements by eye or something. Oh, and the blades are a couple of spares I had handy. Try it all on for size and let me get a look at you while you're at it. All right. Viper unlocked. All right, let's put this bad boy on. First, open the weathered snakebite attire. Let's equip our brand new Twin Fangs. As soon as we empty part of our inventory, apparently. And get rid of these. And these. That should be good. And there we go. Full set of weathered snakebite gear and the weathered Twin Fangs. Honestly, I did not like the look of the boots because it kind of reminded me of Reaper's starter boots. but the rest of the gear was sound. But anyway, now that we've got that done and over with, it's time to hop on to Chris Valentine and continue this little quest line. All right, we are back and in new gear. We are now on Chris Valentine, as always, and I have got on a level 100 Viper. Took me a little bit of time to get this ball rolling on Viper because I had so many other jobs to do. And I always make it a habit of leveling the original jobs first before I start with the new shit. Keeps me humble a little bit, plus everyone and their grandma's sister's cousin twice removed frickin' does the new stuff. But we currently are at level 100 with Viper and have on our full set of Viper gear with our Sargatanas artifact weapons, and I gotta say, I think I look pretty damn good in this. With the exception of the hood. Like, yeah, I'm Assassin's Creeding it for now, but I'm going to be switching back to an eye patch soon enough. But that's neither here nor there now. Let's continue this quest with Fangs of the Viper. Well, you sure look the part. But do you feel anything from the soul crystal? Heh, I knew it. Sounds like you got what it takes to be a Viper. The only way to know for sure is to put them new skills to the test. For that, we'll need prey. From what I hear, you adventurers have got your own guild, so I'm guessing folks there'll know the best spots for hunting. Let's go see what they can tell us. You know, there's a perfectly good aetheryte right here. Well, there's an adventurer. If you're after deadly predators, try Spineless Basin. Lately, there have been sightings of heretofore unknown species. Those that slaughter anything that moves, including travelers. What's worse, they work in packs. Even the adventurers hired to call them ended up meeting a sticky end. Eshqua? Got a lead already? Maybe there's something to this whole asking around thing after all. Critters not from around these parts, you say? Either they got chased out of their usual habitat, or they were brung here. Either way, that's bad news for folks unfortunate enough to cross paths with them. The hunting of a Tural Vidral is a Viper's most important duty. That doesn't mean we turn a blind eye to lesser threats. Next up, Spineless Basin. Yeah, I'm going the right way, yeah? Okay. Alright, let's travel. Why is it always gotta start in the Spineless Basin? These here adventurers ran into a whole gaggle of the fiends we're after. They got pretty roughed up, but I saw to their wounds already. Don't you worry. Before we go say hello to the troublemakers, I reckon I ought to teach you about the Viper's dual blades. All techniques were created for the sole purpose of killing Tural Vidral. Most of them are meaner varieties of things you might encounter in the wild, often with special powers to boot. To stand a chance against these powerful enemies, our ancestors looked to Vipers for inspiration, always twisting and turning to find the perfect angle of attack to take down big prey. Two blades, with the twin fangs of the Viper, wield in tandem, strike with precision. They can also be combined into a single weapon that weaves and sways like the body of a snake. By switching between these stances, Viper has the capacity to adapt to any situation. Now, Brayware after today ain't nowhere near as fearsome as a Tural Vidral. They'll give you a chance to test out your new skills. Let me know when you're ready. You have learned all Viper actions and traits to level 80. Detailed descriptions can be viewed in the Actions and Traits window, accessed under Character in the main menu. Beasts we're chasing supposedly work in packs. My gut tells me there's a whole bunch of them over by that big old tree. There are any meaner beasties, they must be biding their time. All I see here is fodder. Though for practicing your new skills, they'll do fine. I'll stay out of your way and give you a few pointers. Let me know when you're ready. Let's do it. Let's start with the basics. There are two stances, Dual Fang and Viper. Dual Fang means wielding your two blades separately. Start by using either Steel Fangs or Reaving Fangs, then press the attack. Finish the sequence, switch back to Viper, and hit them with Death Rattle. After using the Dual Fang weapon skills, Steel Fangs or Reaving Fangs, their icons will automatically change to the next action in the combo. By performing a second, then a third attack in the combo, you will gain access to the Viper stance action, Death Rattle. If you have Serpent's Tail assigned to your hotbar, the icon will automatically change to Death Rattle when it becomes available. Okay. Not bad at all. These techniques are some of the most important tools in your kit. Come on over here and I'll tell you about attacking from Dual Fang stance. Time to practice your Dual Fang techniques. Start with an opener, follow up with a second, and pick one of your 4 finishers. Flank Sting Strike, Flanks Bang Fang, Hind Sting Strike, or Hind's Bang Fang. As you can tell by the names, each finisher works best from a certain position. Don't worry about that for now, just give them all a try. The 4 combo enders are Flank Sting Strike, Flanks Bang Fang, Hind Sting Strike, and Hind's Bang Fang. Using a combo ender applies a bonus effect to the others. Then, using a second attack with a highlighted icon will give access to one of the enhanced combo enders. Now, try performing each of the 4 combo enders. Alright. So far, so good. Good work, Chris. Looks like you got the hang of Dual Fang stance. That roar just now. Almost like it was telling them to clear out. I reckon there's a big old bastard waiting in the wings. Now it sent us a tougher opposition. Lucky for you, I got just a thing for dealing with lummoxes like them. I'll tell you all about it when you're ready. Alright, now for Viper Stance, where you combine your two blades into one to deliver powerful strikes, perfect for tough opponents. Open with Vice Winder, then transition with either Twin Fang Bite or Twin Blood Bite from Dual Fang Stance. The Viper Stance weapon skill Vice Winder can be followed by Hunter's Coil or Swiftskin's Coil. Either of these secondary attacks allows the use of the Dual Fang Stance weapon skills Twin Fang Bite and Twin Blood Bite. Remind me... Okay, Vice Winder, okay. All right, you got the hang of Viper, I'd say. That roaring's getting closer. Boss Beast must be pissed that its minions keep getting beat. Heh, and there it is. Time to take it down a peg of 3. Just remember what you're dealing with here. It ain't no pushover like the rest. Still, you got all the tools you need at your disposal. Show what a Viper can do. I love how fast-paced this fucking job is. Unrelenting attacks are the key. Don't give your prey a chance to fight back. Some attacks work better from certain positions, so mind your footwork. Nice. Easy peasy. Not bad. Not bad at all. Those were just the basics, but your execution was mighty impressive. Since you've proven you won't be a liability, let me tell you about the Tural Vidral we're up against. We call it Ixokjamun. Ixokjamazun. I cannot pronounce these damn things. We call it Ixokjmajun. It's an offshoot of the Brax, deadly jungle predator. And after a series of mutations, this one's grown huge wings. Worse yet, smart as a whip and has a mean streak a mile wide. After learning of the beast, me and my most promising students set off to slay it. Facing it head on seemed like suicide, so we laid an ambush. Almost worked too. Almost. Thought we had it subdued and made our approach to deliver the killing blow. We'd underestimated the fiend's cunning nature. When we got close, it lashed out lightning quick before taking to the skies. I cradled my brother in arms as he breathed his last. Revenge is all I've been able to think about ever since. I traveled the length and breadth of Tyrrell looking for that beast. Nothing to show for it but a half-dozen pairs of ruined boots. Each passing day, I grew more and more desperate. That was until I met some folks who'd crossed the salt on a trade ship from Uldar. They claimed they'd seen a huge winged creature flying eastwards over the ocean. Knowing how clever Jun is, I reckoned they'd gone in search of new hunting grounds, somewhere without an established threat like us Vipers. So, I bought passage on a ship, and here I am. Little did I know Eorzea would be damn near as big as Tyrrell. I'm a fish out of water. I'm not afraid to admit it. Or that I'm gonna need all the help I can get. That's where you come in. You on my side, I might just stand a chance of avenging my fallen comrade. What do you say? I'm in. Thanks. That means a lot. Let's get back to Uldar and see if we can't find some clues as to Jun's whereabouts. All right. Okay, where are we going? This way. Okay. Keshwa? As you saw at the Weavers Guild, chatting up folks ain't my strong suit. You're happy to take the lead, I'm happy to follow. At least for now. Think you could ask the locals if they spotted any strange creatures flying around? As for me, I'll study your technique. See if I can't brush up my social graces and whatnot. All right. Friend. Flying beast. Why, yes. Late, we've had sightings of such a creature. More and more each day. We're looking into it ourselves, but there have been no reported attacks, nor can I provide a more detailed description. As such, can't say if it's the same one you're after. Alright. What do you think, Keshwa? Yeah, when I was on the ship here, I heard about this hunt your local company seemed to be running. We got a system like that back in Tyrrell, too. Mainly for dealing with the Tyrrell withdrawal. Naturally, the bulk of the work was handled by the Vipers, but ever since the Dawn Servant came to power, the scope's been expanded to cover a wider range of threats. These days, pretty much anyone can take on jobs. There's no shortage of them all over. If you're ever in Tyrrell, maybe you ought to give it a try. Whole lot of people here. We got cities of our own back in Tyrrell, but this is something else. No, to become a Viper, traditionally you've got to live in this remote village in the mountains, where you learn all you can about the habits of various beasts. Ain't much else to do out there, so anytime you get to yourself, you're expected to spend honing your skills. Once training's done, you're free to roam where you please. There ain't many Tyrrell withdrawal that need hunting. They can spring up pretty much anywhere in Tyrrell. So many say it's good to keep on the move. Me, though, I chose to stick around even after I finished my training. Gave me a chance to work on my swordsmanship. Instead of going out looking for work, folks came straight to us asking for help. That's how I got complacent and fell into the habit of letting my elders and students do all the talking and negotiating with outsiders. Even my passage here was arranged by an acquaintance. Ah, Didi Lada. Haven't seen her in a while. Or him. What? A winged creature? Well, I only heard the rumors. They say it has a dozen faces, ringed with red, wriggling tentacles and shoots beams of light from its eyes. Of course, it's all too common for those with more money than sense to bring in bizarre species from distant lands. And the trouble with rumors is that they grow ever more fanciful with each retelling. Well, damned if I know how you did it, but you and your silver tongue have got useful information out of folks. Even if none of it amounted to a solid lead, knowledge that Iksok Jmazun hasn't kicked up a proper fuss yet is a clue all in itself. I reckon it's taken its time to get the lie of the land, having only just arrived here. Alright, now I've seen a master at work, I'm gonna try my hand at talking to the locals. Best way is to learn by doing. Couldn't agree more. I've faced meaner foes than a few tight-lipped city folk. And if I make a fool of myself, oh what? I'll just ask someone else. And it just so happens I brought with me a whole bunch of herbs and knickknacks from back home that I can sell to keep myself fed. It might take a while to find any solid leads, but at least I can get by for the time being. So those are the ones who slew my pets. Interlopers on the hunt for my next darling prize. Little do they know it's lost interest in that land. Just as well. Its fickle nature may yet bring us greater delights. Esquire, I'll be doing my damnedest to get more information. Might take a while though, so come see me later. Don't forget to practice your Viper techniques. Well, we've practiced all our Viper techniques, but I'll talk about some of the next one in the next episode between 80 and 83. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break for ads and we will be back in just a moment. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are all the links provided to get you where you need to go. See you in a bit.